Good morning in the name of our King Jesus Christ, and greetings to you. Yesterday we read out of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that it is God's gift to us to rejoice in the Lord and to enjoy the food and drinks He provides for us. Today we are going to read chapter 4, and I believe we are going to learn some amazing biblical wisdom again from this reading. Let us read together. Again, I looked and I considered all the oppression taking place under the sun. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they had no comforter. The power lay in the hands of their oppressors, and there was no comforter. So I admired the dead, who had already died, above the living, who are still alive. But better than both is the one who has not yet existed, who has not seen the evil that is done under the sun. I saw that all the labor and success spring from a man's envy of his neighbor. This too is futile and a pursuit of the wind. The fool folds his hands and consumes his own flesh. Better one handful with tranquility than two handfuls with toil and pursuit of the wind. Again, I saw futility under the sun. There is a man all alone, without even a son or a brother. And though there is no end to his labor, his eyes are still not content with his wealth. For whom do I toil and bereave my soul of enjoyment? This too is futile, a miserable task. The two are better than one, because they have a good return of their labor. For if one falls down, his companion can lift him up. Pity the one who falls without another to help him. Again, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though one may be overpowered, two can resist. Moreover, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Better is a poor but wise youth than an old but foolish king who no longer knows how to take a warning. For the youth has come from the prison to the kingship, though he was born poor in his own kingdom. I saw that all who lived and walked under the sun followed the second one, the youth who succeeded the king. There is no limit to all the people who were before them, yet the successor will not be celebrated by those who come even later. This too is futile and a pursuit of the wind. Wow. Friends, yet again, life is futile. Even becoming a king, even becoming a ruler of a nation is a futile exercise if it is not based on knowing, loving, and serving God, our Creator. In this amazing chapter of Ecclesiastes, there is also a section which is an amazing secret for every man and woman, an amazing biblical wisdom. While this chapter is talking about making money, becoming wealthy, becoming king, and all of that is being futile exercises, it talks about loneliness and having a life companion. And then it talks about even that life companionship being grounded in God. I am referring to verses 9 to 12. Verse 9, 2 are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. For if one falls down, his companion can lift him up. But pity the one who falls without another to help him. Again, if the two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? And though one may be overpowered, two can resist. Moreover, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. This whole 3 verses is basically talking about a godly union, a union of man and woman based on who God is. In other words, it's talking about marriage. A married man is always better than a lonely man. A married woman is always in a better place than a lonely woman. This is the biblical wisdom. Marriage is a divine plan, divine blueprint God has put together for us, for our lives. God has set this in motion for us. Of course, some people God has called to celibacy. So I understand that. Of course, some people God did not bless them with a husband or a wife. That is beyond the point of what I'm reading here. But in the general sense, it's better to be married. But then, in the very last part of verse 12, it says, moreover, a cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. A marriage must be not between man and woman. It is actually between 3 parties, between man, woman, and God. Marriage is made between these 3 parties, my friends. Any marriage that does not include God is like a house built on shaky sands. But a marriage built on God, built with God, is like a house built on rocks that will not easily fall down. So may this chapter 4 of Ecclesiastes be a blessing to you. And God willing, tomorrow, together with you, we will read Ecclesiastes chapter 5. God bless you and goodbye.